I did is I took my little easel and I wired it to the back of the basket.
Good idea.
And then, because I wanted to set it up. And so then I thought, well, now what am I going to do? And all of this part comes with the little snowman. And this, the red, all of this here is part of him. These leaves belong with the white and the green. And then this stem was also with that set here. And this is one of our poinsettias. They're beautiful. You can order them. There's going to be 2 smaller ones. They'll show back by the flowers, and this large one. And it's gorgeous with the silver leaves on it. So, and this is $25. And I think it's one of the most beautiful gifts you could give anybody. Plus shipping and handling. And these little plaques here that you can put on whatever you want. Whoever's the best. Love my job. Girls, think about it. If you have any imagination, go for it.
We have the gold reflection, and I started out with the church picture. And I love the lights in the church, and my mom and dad were lucky enough to get married in a little country church like that. So I imagine that's probably what it looked like at that time. And then we got married, we had all these colors in our wedding. And this reminds me of that too. Where people say, I don't know what to get, I always say, get this, because you can pop these plaques out, you can change them seasonally, and you got a decor that changes. I changed that in my entryway, and my runner, and a floral. And it gives it a different look every season, and it's real simple. And then the mirror, this is my favorite piece. I love this mirror, it's a mosaic mirror. And you can either put it on the wall, but what I like to do is I have it on my island, and then I put one of these lights in the middle. So and it reflects so beautifully with that light on top of it. Oh, well, hey, it just reminded me, my light pack is in there. Pretty smart. So I hit it. And I love the lights, and I intermingle them here. It gives a little reflection. That's just half a strand, because the other half is behind the mirror. So yeah, they go a long way in tribute. And then the deer, of course. Looks like he's eating off my little golden branches here. Dylan brought that up to me. Looks like he's eating the branches. I go, of course he is. That was the whole plan. Okay, so thank you so much. And my people.
Happy. Whenever you think about Julie, she's always like, oh. That's what
The windmill is just such a popular print, and it just matches in so many different ways. Plus, it's just kind of timely for our area, so that makes it very nice. This is one of our hurricane vases. Really a very nice piece. You can do a lot of things with it. If I could find my pine cones, I'd put them in here, but I can't find them. So as Virginia said, this is one of a very, very nice piece, our sparkle cylinder glass. So you can just really use it in any way that you want. And I really like these candle holders. They come in a set, well, they come individually. You can purchase them as a set of 3. They come in wood tone. They have come in white, and I like the black ones. So that's, and then I have my blow-on candles also. So then sometimes I like to put a little red with it because it's just a pretty, you can do a lot of things with this particular piece. So when we were at Raleigh, they taught us how to put a few things together. And you could actually set this by itself. Well, it's just got a twist tie in the back, and you just pull out things as you want them to. You can get it to stand up, or you could put it in this, maybe hang it on the wall. And these are our home style baskets. They're fantastic. They're a seagrass basket, and they're hand woven. They're just really a nice piece. Really, one of my favorite pieces is this beautiful flower, the brilliant flower, floral. I mean, they come in so many nice colors. And you can just take a zip tie, tie them together. These are our glitter candles. I believe they also come in white this year. Is that correct? So how fun is that? These are a new shiny. Everything is shiny and pretty. So that's awesome. That's what's really nice about Signature Home Style, because all our pieces just really match nicely. So I have this runner. It's from last year, but I still love it. It's very pretty and sparkly here. Then we have this little pocket envelope, which I think is a neat piece. And I just filled it with a bunch of our decorations. I love this one because it's got bells on it, so if you move it around, it just sounds very festive. These are very popular. They still come in white, and this is a natural look. They're reclaimed tin, and it's reclaimed wood. So you can put anything in here, but one of the displayers, who's just really fantastic, I love her work, Bunny Hedgepath, she comes up with something different all the time. And what she did is she put in here a memory. She made it into a memory box. In memory of somebody, you can just open the box up, put their belongings by it, put a little picture in there. This is my son. My oldest son was killed in a car accident 14 years ago. And this is a picture of the butterfly that I had come in my kitchen on his 21st birthday the year he died. He was 20. So on his 21st birthday, I got this little butterfly. And God blessed me so much with it, because I'll tell you, it was one of my saving graces. So it's all something that means something. So I just thought that was a really neat way of displaying something and just using it in a different way, because it just kind of looks festive. It's a memory, and you can create it for anyone, for any occasion. But you can just use it in a different way. You don't always have to just display it as, with a candle or a flower, but you could. Thank you so much for your time.
In the fall Christmas catalog, and I said I will have that page. So started out with this picture, and once again it's on the timer lights, which is awesome for me, because once I turn them on, like 6 at night or whatever, it'll run for 4 hours, shut off, come back the next night. I don't have to worry about it. Absolutely love the colors in it. The blue and the silver, just my favorite colors of a lot of them. I like to just look at the picture and what does it say to you? What does this picture say to you? What's the emotions that it creates? What's going on? Are they doing their Christmas program? What's going on in the church? So to me, it's just a piece, and the church is a big part of my life. Not the building, but the people that are in it. But I think that's just a beautiful little church, kind of hidden away in a peaceful setting. So I thought this was really beautiful to reflect the color and just anything you have in your room. So they show one on each side. You could put one over the top or one below it. And then just to accent it, I love the new poinsettias that they have. These are the denim colored ones. So add those in to bring out the blue. And then our festive tea lights, that's a set of 3. Once again, you got the beautiful sparkly silver, come with the tea lights. And then the sparkle glass cylinders we've talked a lot about today. You've seen the plain ones, which I think are absolutely gorgeous, but I've had a lot of fun creating some personalized ones. And so I printed out with the snowflakes and the blue to bring that color out. I had made an anniversary one for my friend Wanda and her husband. They just celebrated their 50th. And then my daughter has some friends that are getting married, so I made one for her to give to them for a gift. So they're fun to work with. A very nice present idea for $25. I think it's a great idea. I'm using our reversible pillow cover with the blue silver as just a placemat type. I like to do that as well as using it as a pillow cover because it makes a nice little area to set things on. In the book on 21 it shows like 3 of them handkerchiefed across form. And if any of you have ever bought our pillow covers, they're so nice. They all come with a zipper so that you can wash them, take the pillow out, wash them, change it out. What a great way to change up your room without spending a ton of money and having to remodel everything. Change up your pillows. And how fun to jump into a chair, not this time of year. I run summer year round, so. But a nice blizzardy day, curl up in your chair with a book and this blanket, nice and soft. It's machine washable, line dry, so very good maintenance on that one. And then I'm just gonna carry it forward into some red items. So I've got the red poinsettia. This is our large stem. Lots of glitter on that. And then this picture I bought last year, the red house print. Fell in love with it. Last year I said I will have that. So once again, it's got the LED lights. And if you'll notice, we got a little dog in the window. And this to me also, this is just heartwarming to me. This picture gives me comfort. So I like to see what did the pictures say to me, because they all kind of have a message or a memory attached. And then I love our frames. I tell people at our show, this is an investment, but there's so much that you can do with it because once again, you can buy so many different inserts and change them out, change your room, change the season. They're just really fun. The inserts also will hang by themselves, so I've had people do that, just order the insert. And then in a nutshell, I guess that's it.
As the canvas, and we're the artists, we're the painters, so we can create it to fit our own personality and our own enjoyment. So I'm going to show you a few ideas here. This is with the lamp in the park picture that is the LED, like has been talked about so much. And what I first decided to do is bring out the dark colors in here, the grays and the kind of the metallics are really in decorating everything, as you're seeing a lot of metallics, shiny to copper to many different things. So I added the large planter on the wall, so if you want something to make a real statement, and then I added the little red cylinder inside of it. And then the LED lights are awesome. We have like 4 different sets of them this year, and somehow when I did my order, I missed ordering all. I couldn't believe it. I got afraid. I looked all over and couldn't find them, so I had to use my own. And then what I did here is I took the smaller one and I just added my little container here with a little ball on the top of it and added some red and green lights inside. Now over some red and green fillers inside. And then something that Cindy showed us last year that I wanted to give you an idea is she told us to do an arrangement and put it on a tension rod. And you can put it between 2 cupboards, or you can put it between your window or whatever. So that's where that little tip was. I found the tip over there. That's my tip that came off that, but I'm just going to put it up on top here. Since I don't have 2 ends to tension it in, so you can go ahead and add whatever you want for fun things. And just to add a little bit more creativity, I took some little decorations here. Very pretty. And I thought I would just add a little more personality. To complement along with this, of course, is the beautiful pillow cover that has the LED lighting in it. So that's a conversation piece as well as a way to add a little bit of light to the furniture, to the floor, or setting it on a little tabletop. Add my little planter here and the little basket planter, and I just added something for color here, so I'm going to add that. And then, instead of foliage, I'm gonna just add the little bowl fillers that I can just kind of stack up on here, or you can pick them, or whatever you want to be able to do, just to add a little bit of color. Then I took this and added the little ribbon on the top. What a better way to add elegance to that is to add the beautiful cylinder, and that will fit right inside here. And so you can just continue to add your color here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. Most of you that know me know that my favorite color happens to be pink. And then the other thing that I wanted to put is red here. So this is beautiful to kind of add to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change this a little bit. So we'll go ahead and add this. As we decorate, we try to coordinate and bring your colors in at least 5 to 7 places in your room. If you want an accent color, depending upon how much space you have. Sparkly colors. When I find that they have these pink things on sale, usually I buy all of them up just in case I run out. Transform together. So that's just a touch of my personality of something that I like. So working with the elegance of the crystal and the silver. You can go to the drama of the red and the green, the traditional Christmas colors, but now I've seen Christmas done in purple and in teal and many different things, so you can be creative in doing that and blending and adding it together. So the fun festivity of the holiday season is upon us, and hopefully you can enjoy decorating, enjoy reflecting your personality, and be a special part of our business.
So excited that we have a collection of pieces that go so well complement that look. I would love to show you all of it. I'm just showing you a handful of pieces. Just one little favorite bucket, line it with some napkins and serve dinner rolls or sandwiches or bars from it. So some of these pieces can be functional too. One of the other key things that we've talked about and worked with are just our pillow covers. So you're going to see some more of those. From the fact that you can do a splash of sparkle, or the other side, this one's just more simple and plain, you maybe just want the color. You got all kinds of options, so we're going to use some of those for just kind of tricks and fillers today to give you some different ideas. I love all the different varieties of pillow covers, the different choices. The gray is so popular to work with, and the blue is becoming really a big thing too. So how do you bring it all together? Well, a lot of the pieces and prints have already mixed the brown with the gray, and the blue is easy to bring in. So you can go home and don't think you have to redo everything gray because it's in style. You can work it in with your brown. So decorating is a process. Some of you, you've been with Signature Homes for a little bit now, going to parties or having one, have seen or already have the cylinders. This is the newest, the tallest one. Great for just that little bit of aroma and texture, just to put coffee beans in the bottom. It's a nice filler. It's neutral. For spring and summer, I suggest just getting dried split peas, and that's just a pretty summery color, just to fill in there. And of course you can use pine cones and Christmas ornaments and all kinds of other fun stuff. The candles now have the option of those in the gray. How many of you have fallen in love with this today?
Oh yeah.
It's just a great piece. And whether it's the Mercury cylinder glass pieces or the sparkle, they're great night lights. And we learned last year that the cylinders fit inside the hurricanes, they fit inside this lantern. That's a pretty look too. It's just simple, ongoing, we have a light. So sometimes when you go to a party or you go shopping and you come home with a piece, it can kind of look like this. Decorating is a process, and you have to work at, bringing things together. So I'm going to continue with the process. To me, the foliage is what adds the life to your room. So if you would agree and think my room is kind of lifeless right now, even though I got a few gorgeous things going on, I need some life. So I've learned and discovered that I have favorite foliage for the seasons. This is my favorite spring summer foliage. If you leave the stem on there, it also gives you a way to kind of stand it up. Because when the foliage comes, it's quite flat, and that's okay in some places to just have it be flat, but there might be areas where you want the lift, so you can bend it and shape it and get some lift. Another very fun foliage to work with is so basically just now I've kind of kept it neutral, and we'll move into some colors. When you're wanting to bring in your color, you're going to pull out what you have in your furniture, you're going to pull out what you have in your carpeting, different drapery, and so on. But let's say you want to transfer from whatever color you have and you want to update it with some frames. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Fun little shelf piece that will hang on your wall. You just tucked in there for a little bit of architectural look, little geometric shape and design. I think in decorating repetition is very attractive, very pretty to use. So you've got options of candles here. So I love the fridge candles, love the gray. Another fun option is just the leaf. 1, 2, and you've seen that you can just, there's a little sensor in there so you can, I can see, blow them on and off, which is fun. So a lot of those pieces would go with what you have already. But another fun new twist to this is a little bit of country. I love again the concept of being able to have the lights that just add wonderful ambiance and complement the looks of your room. So now we have kind of a farm feel to our room because of the print pictures. So we were taught years ago, your lighter, brighter colors, use those for spring and summer. Use your deeper, darker colors for fall and winter. Well, these two are really pretty together too. So you could leave that, it just makes it more full. When you're doing anything with foliage, you can do as little or as much as you want. Keep it. Now see how this nicely pulls the wonderful colors out of that, and how it feels more fall-like. And again, play around with the candles themselves. Again, that candle light is one of the ways you can use your 3 to 7 splashes of color. So it can be a rug, it can be foliage, but the candles, so you can see the different looks of each candle, that can itself make a different look in your room. And then another way, not that the gray and brown couldn't stay all season, but another fun way to bring in some other colors. The blue that's in there, the brown, the gray, love that one. And then this too, the reversible, this comes in the brown on one side, the blue on one side, and then we also have it, Karen's gonna show you the brown on one side, the orange on the other. Other beautiful pieces that could be brought in. Several mirrors that would also be beautiful in this room too somewhere. So where would you be able to use that? If this particular arrangement was up on the higher area, again, you can hang, if it's sitting up on a higher table, you can hang your mirror so that you catch some of that reflection and tell the beauty of it. Same concept here. These pieces might be rearranged in your room. So again, if you had this in a wall area where you could hang over in a separate area by itself, or you could hang the mirror beside it too. Another long, narrow walls. And or we go into someone's home and we got this little picture on this long, narrow wall. How cool will this be? Now, especially if it's a predominant major wall. How cool is this that it has that full length? I can see several of these, you know, used in an area. We have 2 here today, so that's what you're gonna see, is 2 of these. So pretend they're hanging and they're at the right height. And again, a tool, another fun option or for your room. Thank you.
Okay, are we all ready to continue? We're going to start with this mirror, and I know you've seen it in the room. It's one that if you wish to use as a basis for a centerpiece, it works very nicely. But I'm going to put it up here on our wall. And whenever you add a mirror into a room, you're adding that bit of reflection, you're also bringing in light, and you're making your room look larger. And this one not only adds all that, but it adds interest texturally and color-wise too. We're going to work with the hurricanes. And so we have the, I don't remember, it's kind of weird, it's like tall and short and taller. Yeah, that's what they're called. And then the piece that Connie used earlier, which is this one, she used it this way, which is really neat. You could do that. But if you want to elevate this and bring it to another height, you can put it right down underneath. And usually when you're working with 3 pieces, if you do 1 and 2, it's a little more pleasing to the eye. And then I'm going to add one of my favorite leaves, and that's this one right here. I love the natural look of it. So just to bring some texture in, we'll tuck that one in right down in there. Now on the coffee table, I'm going to use this runner. And if you haven't looked at these runners closely, it's a double stitch embroidery. And that's why you get all the texture of this. It just adds so much to have it in the double chain stitch embroidery. And then we'll bring in some candlelight. Now these are the candles that complement the mirror that is out there. So they are in the 2 heights. And then to draw in some of the colors for the fall season, we'll just tuck this one in here, in the white. And this piece, like Marlene was mentioning, adds a real nice vertical line. There are times where you need to fill a wall that's tall and narrow. We have a space in our bathroom that I'm going to use because it's a tall, narrow wall. And like Marlene said, using more than 1 together is always very dramatic. And I'm going to actually just tuck this one in, hopefully right back here. And now this is the pillow cover that is in the rust with the brown, like we saw Marlene work with earlier in another tone. We'll add that down here just as a table topper. How many of you have worked with this large lantern?
No, I love it. I haven't ordered it yet.
I mean, this is the large lantern. It's probably the biggest lantern we've ever had. And so it can be great like as a 4-piece, which is what I'm going to use here. Also, if you're wanting to balance off something where we need something heavier on the right or the left, you can use that piece and it looks very nicely. And then in here we have the rust cylinder with just a little bit of foliage. And then we need a little bit more foliage on the coffee table. And you can see what a difference it makes just to get that tucked in. Adds the texture that you need. And creates a line. And then right down in here, we'll put a little bit more flour to add some of those color tones. And there you are.
Pretty.
It's Winter at the Farm, and that's one of our LEDs, and then it also has the twinkling lights. And like Becky said, it's really special to her, and also is to me, because I was raised on a farm all my life, so it's really sentimental to me. A lot of detail in the picture, a lot of whites and reds, and you see the lamp posts, they each have a bow on there, and I think there's a little thing of pine cones hanging from there also. Just a beautiful picture. You display that in the middle. And I can see this into a kitchen area. You could do it in a living room or any room, you know, whatever room you want, a little bit of country. The farm looks so popular. And we're gonna go with another picture right now that would tie in nice too. Maybe in the same room, or this would be nice even into a bedroom area. It's called the Winter at the Park. Isn't that beautiful? And Linda did a perfect demonstration with her picture. And actually, this reminds me of back in 2004, I went to New York, Central Park, and it just reminded me that so much. Such a dramatic picture with the whites and the blacks and the grays. And this is one of our small little insert LEDs. It's one of the new, I think there's 50 new LEDs on the fall Christmas line. And this one says, in the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. And these, like everybody said, they can be used by themselves on the wall or in an easel. It's really nice also. And then we have our ultimate scroll frame. And Connie had a really nice one, and then also Julie had one. And so we got 3 different patterns of these, and nice displayed straight like that on the wall. Or if you do get the mirror, you could do the mirror diamond shaped. Okay, and then Becky just handed me the welcome sign, and this is such a beautiful plaque. It's beautiful, like in the entryway of your house. You could do it outside and then decorate for each season, like fall, summer, winter. Just a fun plaque, and that's the medal. You have a nice medal with the round wording. We'll just set that back here for now. And then to add to the table topper, we have our milk pail vase, and that is really kind of the country look. And then I added the frosty snowflake pick, and then also the berry pick. One set of both. And then for ambience, we have our LED, and this is a shorter one of the silver color. It's really pretty. Just add a little bit of light here. And then a splash of color, we have our poinsettias, and this is the shorter one. The bigger ones are the shorter ones with the small stem. And these are really pretty, just to add a little splash of color. These would be really pretty too, like if you have a big Christmas package, you could put that for the bow, you know, instead of a bow, use that. And then for the table topper, we have one of our beautiful Christmas runners, the snowflake one. And then our scallop tray. And this is really versatile. You can use this for serving. I have it done up with the centerpiece. What I added, I'm gonna turn the lights on. What I added is one of the snowflake, take this out. One of the snowflake wreaths on the bottom, and then the berry wreath on top. And then I added this string of lights just to add a fun centerpiece. And then we have our large silver cylinder vase. And I'll light that one up. It's really pretty. And like Julie said, this does come in 4 different colors: the red, silver, copper, and teal. And as you look through magazines and all over, snowmen are so popular this year. We have our set of 3 snowmen: Papa, Mama, and the little baby. Aren't they cute? And they're done up in the plaids, the reds, the grays, and the whites. Oh, and I love our lanterns like this. They're so popular.
That's my favorite.
Is that your favorite? And this is the Anastasia, and then I added the glistening candle light in there, and then just a bow on top, and then one of our poinsettias just to add some Christmas cheer. And then here we have our snowflake wall planter, and this is nice done up with silks. I just have, again, repeating the same arrangement from there, our snowflake picks, and then the berry picks, and then I added one of the poinsettias. So this is really nice for a table topper or displayed on the wall. I can see it in the bathroom with maybe some washcloths in there or hand towels. We'll just probably add these down here somewhere. Some splash of color. The poinsettias this year are so beautiful with the extra glitter on those. We do have ribbon on our line too. This is one of our year-round ribbons in white. I love this one. This is my favorite. And this is reversible. You can do the fluffy side or the plain side.
We like fuzzy.
I know. I love that. And then we got our beautiful blanket. I just love that one. It's got the fuzzy side, or you could do the heart side. Love that one.
I think we
Okay,
got
thank you
everything.
so much. I appreciate your time.